That noise is actually little Nandy speaking. I've never heard that before. It's family time. A bit of a standoff. Are the rhinos going to go at it? Or is that just a general hello? Never been this close to a standoff before. That is looking dreadful. I think we'll hang on for maybe 10 minutes or so. Welcome everyone. Well, what can I say? The weather is awful. It's weathery out there. It's pretty much dreary, overcast. It's absolutely chucking it down at the moment. But we're here. We're up the zoo. We decided to have a chilled out day where you don't have to think too much about what you're doing. Come and see our animal friends, and the heavens opened up. But that gives us a chance to be Wally with a brolly. So we're going to go and do this. Hope you enjoy it. Come and join us. Well, certainly a sense of adventure anyway. Whose crazy idea was this to come to a wet zoo? Rachel says it's mine. I'm not having it. She turned around and said the other day, let's go to the zoo Saturday. I thought, yeah, you know what, the weather's not so great, but we'll try it anyway. But with the weather being bad, we still managed to see a miracle happen, didn't we?
What's that?
A miracle happened yesterday, early hours of the morning. If you want to talk about the miracle, Rach.
What miracle?
Mariva.
Oh. What, you passed over already?
Yeah, well, basically, we have an old car. Rachel used to be Rachel's old car. She passed it to me. I drive it about sporadically, well, not a lot really, honest with you, since probably September time, and having some trouble with the nervous system in my legs. But basically, she sat there. She needs a lot of work doing on her because she's getting old, bless her. But by some form of miracle, she passed her MOT first time. So that means when we don't have weather like this, and when Rachel's possibly at work on a bank holiday, etc., I can still go out and do some vlogs. With the weather like this, it could be hard trying to find some animals that actually want to come out and play, because basically their natural instinct, unlike our stupid ones of just putting up a brolly and walking around, is to hunker down and seek shelter. But there might be one or two about. But this is awful weather. Well, first up, keeping warm, we have the giraffes. And they're in the corner for the first time out, being very brave for a little one. That is young Wilfred. I think he was born November time. But he is really cute. Already about
big already.
coming up to 7 foot, I guess.
Oh, the one right in the corner. Hello.
Just wish didn't have the glare of the strip lights above, but they are really beautiful. Very dainty the way they walk. Even your free roaming Mara are taking shelter wherever they can. That one there's under a bench. I'm actually surprised that they're not in the little hideout things. When we go to have lunch later, we brought our picnic in with us, we'll sit in one of those. And they will just keep you dry enough while you eat, take on board some substance and then carry on. What has surprised me, what with their thick skin, is that the rhinos ain't out. They must be all hunkered down in the shelter over the back there, so we'll catch up with them a little bit later. But the animals are seeking shelter basically where they can. It is seriously hideous out here today. But it's a challenge I'm willing to accept. Because it's a day out. What else would you do? Sit at home, watch the telly. And it's the whole process of doing this as a hobby, is to go out, vlog, record what you can, see something, then go back, upload it and interact with the general public. And that's all part of it. It's not just the filming side of it, it's the interaction with those who view. But trying to stay dry is another matter. The meerkats certainly ain't outside, but they are on guard from behind the glass. Can we come and join you guys? Yeah, you're not silly, are you? You're looking at us folks out here with our little brollies and laughing at us.
What noise do the lions make, Bubba? It's coming. No. Yeah, it's coming. Look, he's having a little sit down.
That was a very young male lion there. I think his name's Kari. And we're going to go off and see some animals that will predominantly stay indoors. Let's go and see some hippo soup. You'll know why when we go and see them. If you recall from some of my recent vlogs, I done like the Devil's Bridge and the World War I training trenches. That's all up in that vicinity, that wooded area up there. That's Ashridge. It's got a golf course, it's an estate. There's still things to explore up there. There's a few ice houses which are isolated and left alone in the woods. I want to go and see them. About the time of spring really kicking in, although it's supposed to at the weekend with the clocks going forward, which would be, yeah, next weekend, just before the end of March, we get the daylight saving time. So we'll be able to go out maybe during the week as well as doing the weekends. We'll go up there and explore some more. And that is obviously also where that, oh, what was it called? An abandoned cabin in the woods from the film The Descent. I I found that up there as well, because obviously I suppose it's a location close to your likes of your Pinewood Studios. Is probably only about maybe 15 miles further on to your left, so they've obviously filmed Harry Potter and other films up in that area as well. We just sat down for a bite to eat, and there was a huge bird of prey, wild bird of prey, sitting there in the trees. I think it's a red kite. It's got a huge wingspan. Generally the pygmy hippos and your common hippos that you would generally see up there would frequent this area with the ponds, but maybe with it still being, although it is now nearly officially spring, the temperatures are still cool, and they're probably more content to be sitting in, as I call it, not human, but hippo soup, which I'll show you in there, and I will have to hold my nose because it is a bit whiffy. Basically they just sit there, they can't help it, they go to the toilet in their own little swimming pool and they swim around in it, and it gets a bit pongy. That down there is one of your little pygmy hippos. Cute little things. They are roughly like quarter of the size of your common hippos, which are making a noise to the right of me, and they have their larger pool. And I can already see from here it's a really nasty browny green colour, and the smell is certainly coming through. As I said, that is hippo soup. Very browny, sort of green, maybe even khaki in colour. But they're having fun in there, enjoying it, just sort of playing about, play biting. They are one of the most vicious animals out there. They will rip apart a Nile crocodile in next to no time. But yeah, it's something that it's an acquired smell, should we say. You go in there, it's sort of, you hunker down, you sort of feel like you're gonna hurl, but then it sort of dissipates and you get used to it. But anyway, hippo soup done. Beautiful colours of the Caribbean flamingos. There's a youngster over the back there that quite hasn't got all the colour as yet. Colour comes from something to do with what they eat. Some sort of shrimp or something. It's got some sort of, I don't know, it's like carotene, I guess, but it gives them that beautiful colour. They're as mad as us because they're out here in the rain. They have got a shelter over there to the back if they did want to hunker down with this weather, but they're really pretty cool. See, that's what we've got. We've got a silver membership. I believe it's a silver or a gold. We used to have gold, and that used to give us a percentage off food and discount in the merchandise store at the front, but we don't really use that, so we thought, well, we'll drop it down to a silver. We're still members, and we get in and we come here now once a month. Unfortunately, today was not the wisest choice weather-wise, but we're still here. We're still out. Just grabbed a little bit of shelter from the rain, and now he's off walking again. Strange, cats don't usually like the wet at all, but tigers don't mind it. They'll actually hunt in rivers. But as man has gone and made shelter for them, they will utilise it. Well, it's cuddle time for the sleeky tigers. This is a spot round here, there's a glass window that people are going down to have a look at them from. It's a spot where years ago I was the only person who managed to get up the zoo because of the weather and photograph their father, which was called Botsman. And that photograph ended up being on the ZSL website. For anyone interested in trains out there, this is Superior, one of your steam train locomotives that pulls the carriages round with the guests on round the park. It is running today, but because of the weather it's few and far between, should we say. They're probably using it as much as anything else to test out for the summer. They do have, I believe it's 2 steam trains and at least 1 diesel. But if you're into this sort of thing, they really are beautiful. These are your 2 locomotives. You've got Superior, which is there in the foreground, and Excelsior, which is in a pen at the back. And these are the controls. All run by volunteers and enthusiasts. Cute little bunny there in with the kiddies farm area. You've got donkeys at the back, you can see them. There's also some sort of, I think it's an Egyptian sort of dwarf cow in here. There's chickens, goats, hamsters, guinea pigs, etc. All pretty cool. 2 cute, cool little characters here. These are miniature donkeys. Obviously, like the saying goes, they are a smaller version of your full-size donkey. Sort of thing you would have done yesteryear, gone along the beaches of maybe Blackpool, Skegness, etc. Yarmouth, ride on a donkey up and down the beach. I certainly done it when I was younger. They're obviously taking shelter due to the fact that he's absolutely chucking it down again. But here we have our own little town stroke village for the guinea pigs, and they can go in and out of them little huts. And there we have the alpacas or llamas. I believe they're llamas. As I said, the little guinea pigs taking refuge. They don't want to be out there in the horrendous conditions that we're facing today. Something very devilish in goats. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be the eyes. They have really peculiar eyes. They're not doing any harm. A couple of your famous Dartmoor ponies. Very strong, very small and timid. That is your dwarf Egyptian cow there in the distance. Not going all the way out there because of the weather, but it just shows you how good these cameras are for focus. So if I pan out to where we are, we're quite some distance away. We have the Asian short-clawed otters there, their little family, playing around, exploring their area. Two youngsters there, which are Peanut and Pistachio. Pistachio, the little girl one, which we will always call Debs in honour of my sister. And they're growing really, really strongly. Seems to be an exploring day with Mum and Dad. They do have a lovely little island here, which keeps them safe.
Look at them. When they're hungry, they talk. Yeah, they're making noises now, look.
I can see them. Why do they sound like cats?
They just chat at it, don't they?
Oh, I do.
Unfortunately today, because of the conditions, the area where the elephants are is completely submerged underwater, so we're going to have to give them guys a miss. We'll go on and see if the bears are about. There's supposed to be some new bears turning up soon. The wolverines, possibly the penguins, rhinos and the African wild dogs, and then we'll have to call it a day. It's been awful condition wise, but we've done the best we can. Mum or Dad appears to be hunting over the back there. And these lot waiting for a snack. That is stereotypical of most of your shelters around all the pens around here in the zoo. You've got the little heating complex at the back that replicates the other side, so if they want to be out of the view of the public they will be, and it makes sense this sort of weather just to huddle up. They are a wild version of pretty much our domesticated dogs, to be honest with you. They're hunting packs, got lovely big Mickey Mouse ears on them. They've recently had, I think it's 3 brothers join them. They all originated from London Zoo, right next to the Grand Union Canal. They had a large pen there. There was, I think, 7 there originally. They multiplied as their family. Some come here to replace the old grey wolves that used to be here, and another load have joined them since. I think there's about 6, 7 here now in total. But let's let sleeping dogs lie.
That'll be so good.
Oh,
This is either Puff or Tiffy. Some people know him as a honey badger, but we know him over here as a wolverine. They seem to be active in this area. Generally every day they have a little gallop around. Whereas the bears the other side, they're still in a induced hibernation due to the new pen being manufactured. So Cinderella's in any full sleep, and she's going to be joined by 2 new guests probably later in the springtime. It just seems to gallop around all day, and then they'll stop and they'll roll. As I said, the bear pen still having a heck of a lot of work done on it, and there'll be holding pens at the back where the bears will be sleeping, being made comfortable, and then they'll come out to play when all this is kind of finished. There's supposed to be a water feature, a large pool, climbing area for them, all being built around here. Obviously the weather has put a bit of a stunt in that, but it will be something for the future generations. A lot of money obviously invested, and it kind of looks the part. So we've got running, climbing and swimming. Whether the swimming's going to be to the right with the old pools, and this will be a climbing frame area. One of your free roaming wallabies around the park can go wherever they want. The urbexer in me comes out every time I see that. That just fascinates me, that does. That old ornate staircase must have gone to something more than just a water treatment area. It's just too ornate. Yeah, penguin inhabitants here, rock hoppers. Famous ones used to be Rocky and Rita. I don't know whether they're still about, but they used to be predominantly either here or London.
Swim, penguin. I want to see you swim.
I'm kind of guessing that's filtration, because they wouldn't have their water warmed. It's not a penguin way, they prefer the water cold. I think there's about 4 or 5 different varieties in here. Certainly the rock hoppers. There might be Ging too, Blackfoot. And of course they turn around and say that penguins can't fly, but they actually can, because they fly underwater. Although there's none swimming today, but you see them and they're basically the swimming effect that they have. They're so fast, so agile, it is literally like flying in water. You will have to forgive the weather conditions, which are atrocious, that I have said on many occasions, but summer, springtime, that is one heck of a view out there. What have we got here? Maybe 5 shires. So to your right would be Bedfordshire, then you've got Buckinghamshire, behind that will be Northamptonshire, and then to your left you've obviously got Hertfordshire, and in the distance Oxfordshire. So it is a spectacular view, that's for sure. And right looking in that direction over there, pointing where the brolly's going, top of that is Ivanhoe Beacon, which we've walked to before. It's like a concrete plinth. Don't know the reason for it being there, but it's an interesting walk, that's for sure. And as you can see, if I pan around, I'll choose one maybe to focus in, but the whole of this hillside is frequented by wild wallabies. So I'll choose this one here. Be nice if you had a Joey, but there we go. Wild wallaby on the hills. For those of you interested in how I produce these vlogs, put them together, etc., I film on what you're looking through. I'm looking at the lens of the Canon G7X Mark II. It is a camera that a lot of your professional vloggers will use. I'm just purely weekend amateur, weekend warrior who does this as a hobby. And what I'll do is I'll film with this. You've got a little SD card which goes in a slot. Once I'm done with the filming, I'll take that out, I'll put it on a little, it's like a connecting little cable with a dongle, a card reader if you like. You slot that in the back of your iPhone. I suppose there is a version if you have got an Android phone. You would download that to your pictures. For myself, then I go to iMovies, press create film, and then it's basically, after I've clipped, I don't edit. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake, and that's the way I like it, because it's more real and it's there as it happens. But I will then clip them into place where I want them. It does it all automatically for you. You've then got your film which you will copy back into your photograph album. Then you'll go to your YouTube, create yourself a YouTube account, and then as soon as you've done that, you've got a little plus button at the bottom. It says plus, upload film. You upload it, you give it a title, a description below, and voila, you are open to the world of YouTube and viewers, subscribers, likes, etc. It's cool. It's a really good hobby. I'm glad I started doing it. It's the whole process. It's not just going out and doing the filming, it's the filming itself, the producing of it, then putting it out there, getting a reaction and getting a little community going together, chatting with other people who vlog as well, and it's pretty cool. So I hope this gives you a heads up and the right sort of turn in the right direction if you want to try and do it yourself, because it is actually easy. The hard bit is this bit, pointing the camera at yourself and talking. Originally when I started doing this, I couldn't put my words together properly. I couldn't, you lose your confidence, you don't know quite what to say. But in time, it takes about maybe 6 to 8 months, and then you are quite fluent in it. I'm fluent in a lot of things, rubbish mostly, but there you go. Anyway guys, I hope that has helped. There literally must be a few hundred of these wallabies out on this hill. I don't mean them no harm. I'll let them carry on, but if they get spooked, they get up and they bounce along. It's pretty cool to watch. Okay, so your last animals of today, your white rhinos, have sought shelter in their pens. That was once a little baby Nandy. Not so baby anymore, are you, Nandy? You used to cause your mother all sorts of havoc, didn't you? Running up and down. Nandy! Surprised, to be honest with you, there's not many people coming here to see him. One of the rhinos has braved the weather and the elements outside and gone for a walk, but most of them are staying here hunkered up in the warm. Beautiful timid creatures. So it's a shame we couldn't see the elephants today, but the whole area around there, the elephants themselves will be in their own little paddock area, which is like a large sand pit that they use during the winter months. But to get to it, at the moment you've got to go through probably about 1.5 foot of water, because that area sort of hollows out and it floods badly. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for today. It's been hot. It's been, you've got pretty soggy feet, haven't you? Rachel stood in all sorts of muck and it just sort of, the water would go over the top of it. We should have put wellies on. That was a big schoolboy and schoolgirl error. But yeah, we got wet feet. I'm not so bad. Enjoyed it. I got to speak to a baby rhino. That was pretty cool. We just sort of standing around. Little baby Nandy come up to me and started squeaking and making all sorts of noises, which was pretty cool. The day itself, don't come up the zoo. It's peeing down the rain. It's not fun. We tried, we enjoyed it. We've done what we could do, but it's sort of, it's really knackered us out. And as things usually end up, we end the vlog now, and it's stopped. There's a blue sky coming across in the background. No more rain, but we done it. We survived. We've got through the day, just about. We haven't killed each other.
No, which is a good thing, yeah.
But yeah, anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I haven't got a clue what's coming up next week yet, as I always turn around and say I fly by the seat of my pants and I just don't know. I just make it up as I go along. But yeah, anyway guys, I will see you in the movies. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. Bye.